All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
We are back, and guys, I'm sorry. We are not live. We are not live. It is currently Sunday evening where I'm recording this. I am probably on a plane when you're watching this, but I wanted to get out here first, get out here before I got to Phoenix and gave you a little rundown, give you the first look, as the show is called. So, with that being said, quick content update. There will be a live stream Tuesday afternoon for Ship It Nation members to give you everything I'm seeing on the course. This is the first Boots week of the season for me. So with that being said, there's going to be a ton more information come Tuesday. Definitely get to the site, and I'll put the banner up real quick. Get to the site so you could see it. Like, you can get a free trial. If you don't like it, never come back, but I guarantee you're going to like it. So like I said, I'll give you the ethos of Boots at the end of the show, what to expect. But for now, let's get into the course. Let's get into what we're looking for at TPC Scottsdale. Usually at this point, I would bring up my screen, have my nice little Twitter thread with me, but it's not out yet because it's Sunday and I don't want to tweet it until Monday morning. So bear with me as I kind of paraphrase what I have tweeted out or pending tweeted out. It's a golf course that demands a lot. It's a golf course that, and this is going to be a very unique preview because us at Vincerix, shout out Adam Kirk, the Vincerix boys created a new way to look at stats, a new way to look at fields, a new thing, a new ranking system. It's called strokes gained dog. And this is the one event where high dog ranking correlates to winners and correlates to high results. And when you think about why that's the case, it's the Waste Management Phoenix Open. It is pure chaos, pure ruckus, pure I don't care who you are. I'm throwing a beer at you from the stands and trying to make you miss this putt. It is the most unique event in golf. So this is really one of the only events where it starts with dog and ends with dog. And that's been the case for so many years until a guy by the name of Thomas Dietrich came into the event in 2025 and did that. And just did that and said, I don't care where you rank me in the dog. I don't care what I've done in my past. I don't care that I haven't won anything. I don't care that I finished runner-up to everyone in my entire career. I don't care that I have the greatest looking swing on tour and I can't win. I'm going to do it. And Thomas Dietrich is the one outlier to have really poor dog and win. And it is funny. It made us look funny, but it's just one winner. It's just one winner. Looking back to the last dog rankings going into the event, Nick Taylor was ranked 10th in the dog rankings going in. Scotty Scheffler obviously won twice, ranked second. Brooks Koepka 2021 ranked first, and Hideki twice ranked seventh. Two other guys who were not really high dog players that won were Webb Simpson and Gary Woodland, but they are major champions, and that kind of has an asterisk on them. So with that being said, the dog rankings are over at Vincerix.com. Go over there, click rankings, dog rankings. You're going to see everyone who's listed in the field. And I'll also run through some guys who are in the top 30 of the dog rankings that are in this field. So yeah, Dietrich was the real outlier. He had no wins, not even on the DP World Tour, playing there for so long, ton of runner-ups, and he ended up winning the event. So 7 of the last 10 winners at the Waste Management Phoenix Open had a prior win or runner-up at the Waste. And the others, Woodland, Scotty, and Dietrich, had a prior top 30. Dietrich was that T28. So it is a really unique course, a really unique course that leads to winners. It is high dog and high course history. It is a very rare thing because usually we see guys come in with nice form. Usually we can see guys, course history is important, but you don't need it. At Scottsdale, it's important, and you kind of really do need it. So There's a list on the Twitter of guys who check both of those boxes with a T9 or better and who are top 30 in strokes gained dog. I guess I'll just list them out because I'm not going to make you go to Twitter. Scotty, Brooks, Xander, Burns, Hideki, Billy Horschel, Nick Taylor, JJ Spawn, Kurt Kitayama, Brian Campbell, and Jordan Spieth. Those are guys who, Brian Campbell actually does have that. So stats. What are some of the stats to correlate to success this week? Strokes gained putting and strokes gained tee to green. I actually need to double check the Brian Campbell one because I don't believe that Brian Campbell has a T9 or better at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. And I'm not going to sit here and say things that aren't true because I might have misspoken. WM, select courses, TPC Scottsdale. TPC Scottsdale. No, he doesn't. Does he have no course history there? WM. Okay, yes. Brian Campbell does not have a top 9 here. He has in the top 30 of the dog rankings, though. That is for sure. So, sorry, all the other ones are correct. Sorry about that. Just literally misspoke for a second. That is all. That is all. Let's get into the rest. The stats. The stats are what is important. The putting and the tee to green rank. Thomas Dietrich, 3rd in putting, 2nd tee to green. Nick Taylor, 1st tee to green, 6th in putting. Scotty, 13th, 1st. Brooks, 18th, 2nd. Hideki, 59th, 1st. So I know some are a little bit more variance, but this is one of the rare weeks where you need the full bag. You need a solid tee to green baseline. You need a solid putting week. It's a very fair test. It tests all aspects of the game, and it brings the best player of the week to the top. So tee to green grinders, guys who can putt really well. It's all viable, but you also have to have that dog. Bounce back birdie percentage is very correlated to success. I know it's a messy stat, noisy stat, but it is an important one. So that is the general ethos of what I'm looking for at TPC Scottsdale. Obviously, a ton more information will be on the site, but let's get into the weather. Let's get into some more stuff. Let's get into the important stuff, the past winners, and we'll do it. We'll do it right now. Here are some of the past winners: Thomas Dietrich, Nick Taylor, guys that I mentioned, high dog players, like I said, all rate out really well in those rankings. The weather, some interesting weather, and much more interesting than last week. It's early, and then over the weekend, it looks like it gets easier. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll scroll over a little bit. So look at this Thursday afternoon. This also could change. I'm recording this on Sunday. It's 9 miles an hour winds, gets down to 6 when the guys are getting off the course, but it's gusting. It looks like it's going to be windy and gusty all day. Then Friday, a little calmer, a little less windy, a little less gusty. And Saturday, really calm. Sunday, really calm. So what does that mean? What does that mean for the golfers that we're going to look at? I think you need to be somewhat of a grinder to start the week. And then over the weekend, have that dog, have that ability to make birdies. This is going to be, I think, one of the best, Scotty Scheffler. This is what Scotty Scheffler is going to win. One of the best guys is going to win. With that being said, because you need to have the grit to lock in Thursday and Friday, get through difficult conditions. And then on the weekend, you got to switch your mentality to birdie making. So that's going to be a really complete golfer winning this event. Is that going to be Scotty Scheffler? Probably. Why are we even doing the show? So with that being said, look for guys who I think a perfect example is someone that I'm going to be on later for the show who I've kind of thought about, but be able to hunker down early and then over the weekend make some birdies. Contest selection, we've got nothing yet, but I will go over that probably on Tuesday. I don't even know why I pulled it up. I probably did because this is the Waste Management Phoenix Open. This is a big boy week. This is a week where a lot of guys are playing. So contest selection is huge this week. Betting board, Scotty Scheffler leads the way. Then it's Xander, Cameron Young, Hideki. I'll kind of go one guy I like in each range, and then maybe then I'll highlight a few players. If I had to pick one guy up here, it's Cam Young again. He had a great ball striking week at the Farmers, just didn't make anything. Down here, a guy that I will, I guess, highlight and skip right to this, Viktor Hovland. What I like from Viktor Hovland is, look at this. Green ball striking, green around the green. That's what really matters. 6 out of Viktor Hovland's last 7 starts were plus around the green. That is what we are looking for from Viktor Hovland, because we all know the dude can hit the golf ball well. We all know the dude can win in big spots. But this short game, this is what has been his glaring weakness his whole career. And we're seeing positive gains. We're seeing important gains here from Viktor Hovland. And at TPC Scottsdale, I really think you need to be able to have that short game. Driver short game is the style of player I look for at TPC Scottsdale. So Viktor is one guy. The next guy I want to look at is Maverick McNealy, coming off of a great week at the Farmers Insurance Open. I want to look at first of all, let's look at his course history. Withdraw, T6, T9, great putting, great ball striking, and I like to see that great approach from Maverick McNealy because it's a spot where he usually struggles with. But let's look at Maverick's ball striking stats from this week. I do worry that he might be a little chalky and we might have to avoid him, but he finished solo 10 and he gained in every category. Like, Maverick's game is in a great spot right now, and it kind of is enticing me for next week. I think he's a great solid selection for this week. We'll see where the ownership comes in. Hopefully I can give you better notice on him on Tuesday. Andrew Novak is the final guy I want to look at here, coming off of a miscut and then a T6 at the Farmers Insurance Open. And what I really like with Novak is this. He had great approach this week. Second in the field on approach. Not a good driving week, but being second in the field on approach, losing strokes off the tee at Torrey Pines it was T7, is astronomical. Is truly astronomical, because that means that Andrew Novak was not hitting too many fairways. Andrew Novak was not driving it as great as he's ever driven it, and he finished second in the field on approach. That shows me that Andrew Novak is very strong out of the rough, and when he was out of the fairway, when he was in control of the golf ball, he hit great shots. So that tells me his game is in a great spot. He's going to hit far more fairways and play from far better lies at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. He's not going to have to deal with rough like that. Hopefully he's not behind a cactus, but that approach week that Novak posted at the Farmers Insurance Open is a massive positive for the future. He also has a great result here in his career. I think he's had a T8 here 2 years ago, and we haven't seen it yet, but I do think Andrew Novak is a high dog player. I do think a big one is coming. He's been under the gun a ton of times now, and he's just too good to be in these triple digits. So ride with him. And I think we're in for a nice week from Novak. Let's talk some tools that is on the Ship It Nation site that you can get whenever you want. And you could also get it for free right now with code BOOST. So this is SaberSim. It's really easy. Some rules you put in, you pick. What I like to do is check my pool, whether it's 10 guys, 50 guys, however many guys you want to play, obviously lineup dependent. Check them off, and then you can build with those guys, or you can create a rule. Okay, create a rule. I want to have every single lineup have my core. Say I select a core of 3 guys. Say, make a rule, bang. I'll show you. Group, edit, click manual, edit players. I want every single lineup to have at least 2 of these players. I want every single lineup to have at least 1 of these players. I want every single lineup to have at least 3 of these players. However you want to do it, these are tools that you can only get here, and SaberSim is an unreal help to your DFS lineups. Definitely check it out. Also, you're going to get projections, the stone, which is a great way to make your pool. And obviously the slate plan with Tambo selections, my selections. Between all of these things, the course fit rankings, you're going to be able to build yourself a really, really nice pool. And then you win, and then you get to the winner's circle. And if you fly that flag, if you fly that Ship It flag, you get one of these logos on there and put it as your thing. You can win any of these prizes. Hopefully you win $1 million and you can get a Rolex. Hopefully you start with 1,010K and work your way up. You get t-shirts, you get merch, you get free months of Ship It Nation, all things that you can roll over and just keep going and keep building. So definitely join us here. Use that code on the package. On the screen. Okay, some potential chalky guys that might be here. I'll bring them back up the betting board since we don't have the DFS board, but you can get the idea of where they're going to be priced. I do think this guy, Siwoo Kim, is going to be a tad chalky yet again, or he was kind of squeezed last week, but I think he'll be chalky here because look what he's doing. It's just so solid from Siwoo. It was a tied second this week, and another blissful ball striking week. Siwoo has been absolutely striping it. If you go over and look at his profile over the last 5 events, absolutely striping it. And I don't believe he's going to be priced all the way up there, but at the end of the day, I do think he's going to be chalky. The second guy who I think is going to be chalky is a guy by the name of, let's see if I could search it without you seeing. There it is. Sahith Theegala. Sahith is coming off of another top 10, and he is finding something. He's hitting the ball well. Not the greatest driving week, but a solid all-around week. And this is a golf course that I think suits his game. He's gotten into the mix here before. He's gotten into the mix on TPC golf courses before. So I do think Sahith is in for a nice week, and he could potentially be chalky. One pivot that I am talking about that I think is going to be low-owned is Matt Fitzpatrick. Matt Fitzpatrick is kind of going under the radar. I think he's priced in a spot that he's not going to cater a lot of eyes. He is on the odds board around, I need to refresh it, but he's around 40-something to 1 on the odds board. Let's see where Fitzy is. No, I don't want NBA. Golf, WM Phoenix Open. Fitzpatrick, 44 to 1. So he'd probably be low 9, high 8s. Not garnering any too much love. Doesn't have the greatest course history, but not the worst course history. He's made 3 out of 4 cuts here, and he had a fine week at the not a great week, but an okay week starting his season at the Amex. I think Fitz is in for a great year, and he's got that build driver short game, which I've touched on before. So I think Matt Fitzpatrick is a great pivot this week. And then finally, one guy that I'm on, Nikolai Højgaard. Now, Nikolai plays well where his brother plays well. And if you remember, Rasmus played really, really well here last year. And Nikolai is coming off of a great week at the Farmers Insurance Open. He finished, I believe, T22. Yep, T22. And let's look at his stats. Let's see what he did well. Nikolai, stats. Gained just under 3 strokes ball striking, made some putts, didn't really chip that well. The chipping is a concern with Nikolai because if we look at his profile, he's not the greatest chipper in the world. It's been better recently, but he's generally not the greatest chipper. He does have elite ball striking to make it work, though. So Nikolai is one guy that I will be on this week. No model talk this week. No model talk right now. I will build my model after I see the golf course tomorrow, Tuesday. So the model will be up on Tuesday before I do my show, the Tuesday Boots Bullet show, which I'm not sure what time that will be because I'm not sure when I get off of the golf course, but this will segue me into describing boots. What is boots on the ground? You probably heard it a lot of times. If you haven't over here at Chip It, that's kind of the reason why I'm here. I've been doing it for 1 full year with Vincerix. Vincerix has been doing it for 2 or 3 years, and the ethos of it is you go to the golf course, you see who's doing what, you see how the course is playing different from years past, and you report back on what I see. I'm never trying to make something that there's not. I'm never trying to come in with a radical idea from the industry. If everyone's saying that's high rough bombers, I'm not trying to be like, no, you're wrong. It's accuracy. But sometimes there'll be weeks where it is glaringly wrong, and I will try to tell everyone, okay, this is different than this year. It's going to play like this year, and show you what everyone's seeing. I'm never going to lie and say, yeah, Rory's hitting it like shit when he's striping to put his ownership down. I don't have that kind of pull, and that doesn't make any sense for me. So I will take it. I will see what I see, and I'm going to take it for you guys and bring it to you as clear and visible as possible. And with that being said, it's not a perfect. It's just simply another piece of data for you to look at. Like here at Chip It, we have the stone, we have the projections, we have SaberSim, we have the slate plan, and now we have me on the course giving you more eyes. Not one of them is going to ever line up every week. Does the slate plan always line up with the stone? No. Does the stone always line up with the projections? No. Is the boots always going to line up with the numbers? No. It's just simply another piece of information. But you guys tend to really like me going out there and saying, all right, Matt, can you look at Jason Day? Sure. Jason Day today was hitting it like this. He hit his driver like this. He hit his irons like this. And he looked like this. Those are all blank spaces. I will give you as much information as I see. I will try to see as many golfers as possible, and I'll try to tell you as many funny stories as I possibly can, because that's just as important as winning some money, is some entertainment. So that's the Ethos of Boots. If you have any questions at all, let me know. Definitely drop a comment who you want me to see. Who do you need eyes on? I will get to them as fast as possible, and go check it out. All of it's going to be on the site. Use that code BOOTS to get the information. It's free for a week, and then it's 10% off lifetime. Help me, help you. Let's do it. And as always, let's ship it. Oh, song of the day. What's the song of the day for today? Okay, right here. Pierce DeVale, Match into Water. Song of the day. Bang, ship it. See you guys soon.